One suspect's in custody, two others are outstanding. This is in an attempted kidnapping in Mississauga. So 26-year-old Waleed Khan of Etobicoke is now facing 33 charges related to kidnapping, weapons, and auto theft. And police say that a search of his residence also turned up two loaded prohibited firearms. Well, at the time of his arrest, Khan was on probation for previous violent offenses and was banned from possessing guns. On June 24, police say that two young women, they were walking near Britannia Road West and Queen Street South when three masked suspects tried to lure them to a light-colored Audi SUV. The suspects chased and attempted to grab the victims, and it's reported that one had a gun and another had a knife. A passerby intervened. The suspects then drove away. So the search continues for two other suspects. They're believed to be in their late teens to mid-20s. Anyone who sees them, you're urged not to approach, but just call 911 immediately. Investigators are also looking for that light-colored Audi SUV that the suspects were in. And as the search continues for those two suspects, we're now joined live by Constable Tyler Bell with Peel Police. Constable Bell, thanks a lot for joining us. We have to talk about this. These two outstanding suspects, what can you tell us about them?
Well, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, we had that incident that took place on the 24th of June. And at the time, we didn't have a whole lot to go on in terms of suspect information. Just three masked men described, as Middle Eastern, late teens to mid 20s. Through the outstanding work of our 11 Division Criminal Investigations Bureau, we've managed to identify the one, Waleed Khan, who's been taken into custody. And the two others, we have some CCTV footage, some stills of those images out there. They're fairly clear for what we often get in these investigations. And we believe to be that they're in the same age group and of course, known to Mr. Khan. And so we really are appealing to the public to please take these photos, share them. Somebody knows who these guys are. It's a matter of time before we find them.
Okay, along those lines, let's go over the timeline of what happened here.
Right. So the initial incident, we alerted the public on the 25th of June of what took place on the 24th. And that was, in the evening, two young women were walking near Queen Street South and Britannia in Mississauga when these masked individuals pulled up in that Audi SUV and tried to take physical control of them. Some pretty scary stuff. One of them armed with a gun and another reportedly seen with a knife. And fortunately for those two women, a passerby intervened and those suspects fled. Pretty terrifying stuff for those two young women. Unfortunately, they weren't injured.
And along with that, if that passerby had not done anything, can you speculate about what would have happened or what could have happened?
Well, at the time, we weren't 100% certain that what the motives were of the people. Was this a prank? Was this something nefarious, as we now learn it to be the case? These individuals, under good understanding from the investigators, were trying to abduct these women and to what extent afterwards, we're not entirely sure yet, and that is still part of the investigation.
And what can you tell us about the suspect that is in custody, Waleed Khan?
Well, he's 26-year-old from Etobicoke. He's had prior run-ins with police before, including our agency. He's on probation at the time of this alleged offense in June, and still when he was picked up finally for prior dangerous or violent offenses. And he's been on a court prohibition for years not to possess weapons or firearms of any kind. Not that that's had much of an effect here.
Okay. Constable Tyler Bell with Peel Police as the search continues for those two outstanding suspects. Thank you very much.